In 2015, I started my YouTube channel. At first, I wasn't thinking much of it. I just thought it would be cool to join the community, not knowing any actual skills, living on a low budget, but I just wanted to have fun. So, I made my plushing show, hoping that I could make more plush videos as well, because at the time, I really enjoyed watching others. But we all know how that turned out. It was just a big flop, and when I look back at it, I just want to delete it, but at the same time, I don't like deleting my old vids because the more I progress, the more I just like looking back at how much I've evolved. So, after that, I decided we can do gaming. So then, my first gaming video came out, Five Nights at Mario's, a scratch game made by a good friend of mine. But that was just pretty boring to watch as there was a watermark and no commentary. But I decided to change that by adding a thumbnail and commentary to a Club Penguin episode. But the microphone used was the microphone on my laptop, which didn't sound good. Me and my brother decided to play a game of Pokemon Emblem Fire Red where we would just play against each other. But the issue there was we played on emulators on Android devices, which is not really professional, as most emulators, you either play on the handheld or you just run an emulator on a PC. But we didn't know any better. Eventually, we started making other Pokemon videos like catching Mewtwo and beating the Elite 5. And then I made my first top 5 on PowerPoint. Because back then, most of my videos were just on a tablet that I got for my birthday. So that's where most of my videos would be centered around. Then I got my brother and my cousin to hopefully start a Minecraft series on Minecraft PE Pocket Edition. But we only ended up making one episode, and then the episode after that wasn't really an episode, it was just me desperate for views. So it was Witherbots was hacking. I put on a fake, not legit voice trying to convince them that, oh, this is legit, guys, we're making a series out of this, but honestly, in the end, it kind of flopped. So then we started going back to one-off videos. I think I started playing Undertale fan boss battles on Scratch again. And then a big gap happened, and I wouldn't post for like a long time. So then I'd make a PowerPoint animation saying I was back, and then I kept my I didn't really keep to my word because after posting more videos, there was another huge gap. But before that gap, some of the most popular videos were uploaded. Those being my April Fools and Inanimate Crazy Object Terror styled intro. However, the one video that left the most impact on me was my most popular one to this day, the April Fool's one. At first, everyone around me were making April Fool's video, and I wanted to join in. So, now because half of the fans that watch my channel were totally confused about why this was an April Fool's, well, this is going to sound babyish, but I used to be into these things known as object shows, which were like a show where you get an object, you give them human limbs and body parts, and then you'd make them do stuff. Now, it wasn't as popular as other communities in YouTube, but I enjoyed it, and I attempted to be a part of it, but flopped. But in one of the most popular of all object shows had a new show, and they only released one episode, so then they never uploaded the second one. So I decided for April Fools, I'd trick them into thinking I have the file for the second episode. But as you read, it was April Fools, and even if you compare the two episodes, the legit episode and the fake one, you could tell the difference and obviously identify that it's fake. But I kind of got offended and upset because people took this too far and, were telling me to delete my stuff, sending me death threats, and that's what kind of didn't motivate me for a while, so I quit, stopped doing YouTube, and then I wouldn't delete the channel because I'd like to look back at the videos, but I just wouldn't upload for a while. But then, on one normal day, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I used to have an app known as Musically, which nowadays is known as TikTok, but I was an OG, so I had it when it was called Musically, and I wanted to make a funny video with me and my brother where I would dress up as a masked killer and attempt to kill my younger brother, but then I decided it would be too long to be in a Musically, so we'd have to extend the length and maybe upload to a platform of YouTube, but then I realized we could make this into a film, so then that's when I came up with the idea to make a film, and this film would be called Worried. And I tried to put a lot of effort into it. We got a few scenes done, but in the end, I lost motivation. You know, I knew that I didn't want my face being involved in YouTube because I'll be criticized of what people would think of me. And I've avoided it in the past. When I think about it again, I just don't want to. So then I cancelled the project, but I said I'd come back to it, but honestly, I'll most likely come back to it in about 2 years' time, but I still can't keep my word. But then I decided that I'll continue the project, but in order to do this, I would need voice actors, because the cast for the film only consists of 4 members, so we need to expand the cast. But I couldn't just get random actors to come to my house, as I still live with my parents and have strict rules to obey. But I just decided to have people just record lines and play audio through inanimate objects to make it feel like objects actually speaking, because it was a horror film after all. But no one really wanted to voice act, and the ones that did, I didn't really think would be up to it, or thought they were just joking about. I wanted to mock me. And another thing I was ashamed of was the footage I used, because I used fake Fortnite footage, hoping to convince people at my school that I was good at the game, when honestly, deep down, I'm trash, because I barely play, and because I have other interests. But I wanted people to think that was good, but honestly, it was just, stupid, and I'll try not to do it again. And if you can't tell if it's fake, well, the username, it's not my real username. So if you attempted to add me through that video, someone else would have got that friend request, and it's just stupid. And I'll make sure not to do it again. But I moved on from that, and at this point, I'm just gonna try and be a better person in terms of content and upload schedule. But now that all that backstory is over the way, I can just a day that I never thought would come, which although not as major to other people, still surprises me to this day, that we have reached 200 subscribers. Now, I thought reaching 100 subscribers was shocking, but now we've reached another 100. And that's just, although I have been doing this for a long time, I have been having a lot of inactivity, so I've expect me to be at least on 50 subscribers or so, but no, we've reached 200. And for that, I would like to say everyone, thanks for subscribing, and haters or not, you still been watching my content, giving me views, and just taking the time to, instead of doing something more precious like playing Fortnite, you decided to grab a device, type in my username, and just watch what I've made. And of course, some I didn't put as much effort. There have been some videos that I wouldn't say my heart into, but at least I spent some dedication and hope that it would get praised. And from this day on, I will do my best to continue making good content. And another thing you might be wondering about is the Mariopants arena, because if you remember, I did say that this would start in January 1st, 2018, and we're nearly at 2019, and nothing's come out. So, the reason is, I just didn't think the series would actually be, good, and when I went to school, a lot of people got the wrong idea. They expected this to be like an actual fighting kind of show series where two people actually fight to the death, but that's not what I meant at all. And, I didn't want to disappoint those who had different expectations to it. But I've moved on from that, and I'll try to post it. But in the meantime, I'll let you decide what I should post. And there is one video in production as we speak, but when I'm finished with that, I'll upload it. But until then, I'm just going to say that thanks all of you people for, staying with me, not leaving me. And for those that, hate me for the clickbait, I'll try not, I mean my work, I mean what I say, that I won't be as clickbait as I was before, or I won't try be as cringy, well, no guarantees there, but I'll do my best to make my content as original as possible, but you know how we can all be at times, so that's what I'm gonna say. But before we leave, I also got another thing to mention. Me and my 3 friends have recently started a collab channel known as 4Board Kids, and if you'd like to support that, I'll leave the channel link in the description below. So you can see me and 3 other friends who have their own separate channels as well, just making collab videos, and I'll be doing my best to spend as equal time on both channels. And I've actually recently just uploaded one where me and a friend play a game of Giant.io, so you can go check that out. So that just shows that I'm stopping my inactivity. I might have a consistent upload schedule, but hey, I'm a 13-year-old boy in school. No guarantees can be made. But apart from that, thanks for watching and have a